I'm at the amazing Staggeringly Good Brewery where we are brewing their International Women's Day beer, Women Inherit the Earth.
Staggeringly Good have released Women Inherits the Earth for the last couple of years in celebration of International Women's Day, and I was invited to the brewery along with other local female beer champions to help out with brewing this very tasty beer. I also took the chance to sit down and have a beer with Beky Libby, who does the can art, and got her thoughts on women working in the beer industry. But first, she explained how Women Inherits the Earth came about.
So, primarily, we're like 90%, or back then at least, we were like 95% female bar team. And me and the other manager, female as well. Who are quite feminists, and female empowerment and everything, and very much thought that kind of just like lent itself to having an International Women's Day there, and celebrating all the females in the industry, because it's a very male-dominated industry, and then so it became like a staff collab of the first one was just all the female staff on the team, with the male brewer helping. And it was quite a good way to just show the team as well, like what happens along the brew process. So it's a good way to learn what happens along the way.
Give them a bit of experience in that area.
And
so I guess towards the customers as well.
Yeah, exactly. And it's good little team building as well, like you're all badly trying to lift up all the really heavy bags of stuff, you know.
I missed that actually, the brew day. Kind of like arrived maybe a little bit late. But, you know, got there for most of the process. And you do the can artwork, take it, for this particular beer? Or
for the Women's Day one and like a few other ones.
Okay, cool. And my face is going to be on there?
Your face is on there.
As well as other
it's already
faces.
Drawn up.
Okay, so you touched upon, you know, the beer industry is quite male-dominated. What kind of challenges have you faced in particular within the beer industry, or, you know, others that you know, like women brewers, for example?
A lot of time you'll get sort of people coming in thinking I don't know anything about anything. I've had people ask to speak to the manager who knows things to me.
And how do you deal with?
I say I am actually. What would you like to know?
And then just
rattle off a load of stuff that's actually correct, and they're like, oh, all right then.
How can the beer industry, or even Staggeringly Good, welcome like a wider audience, you know, kind of be more inclusive? Because whenever I come here, I love it here. Like this is like a community, you know, like I always feel welcome. Really cool vibe.
I've been to my fair share of like sort of your local pubs and stuff when you walk in, and if you're not a local to it, everyone just stares at you and like, why are you here? So we've very much tried to make sure it's not that feel coming in. Not everywhere feels safe. And not everywhere, like you walk in and sometimes you're like, I'm not welcome here.
Yeah, definitely, I know what you mean. Loads of times I just walk into spaces, even hairdressers. And like you just feel like all eyes are on you, and like, oh my god! And then suddenly you just want to go shrink into yourself. There's no judgment here.
No, like anyone can walk in and like it's fine. Preferably if you have a dog with you, that is also a great addition.
Well, I guess I didn't even think about it. Dog friendly.
Very.
Kid friendly.
Very. So are the dogs.
So do I. I've got 2 children. What do you think stops people from getting into craft or even trying craft beer?
I think there's just so much. Okay. If you look at all the different breweries and then all the different styles that they have, I'm a late bloomer on it, and I was like, I don't know what I like. There's too many different things. I don't know.
Do you think the price as well puts some people off?
Yeah. because obviously it does cost more. We're not mass produced like
exactly.
your Heineken's.
So your costs are
higher, and it's that quality versus quantity kind of side of it. So yeah, it does cost more. But you get what you pay for.
Yeah, and it's you're drinking the love and the passion from that particular brewery as opposed to.
It's like going to a little craft fair. I love craft fairs, and I'd much rather spend like 50 quid on something that I could probably buy on Temu.
Yeah.
But I know that you made it, and
How do we encourage more people to actually try craft beer? Whether that be, buy it from the supermarket or online or come to the brewery.
I think a lot of things, something that helps with that is like, so we do put on a lot of events here, which are like really varied. So you've got everything from sort of like comedy, live music, burlesque, and everything in between. So that obviously reaches a slightly wider audience who will often try and stick with their usual Coke, Prosecco stuff, but then tiptoe into something slightly different, and where you can have it not just your standard pint or half pint, you can have a third, just taste little bits. And I don't think I've ever been to a craft beer place that doesn't let you sample it first, have little tasters, always ask for tasters when you go in places. I do that a lot of the time when I go somewhere.
Yeah, me too, yeah.
I
never ask either, like,
they always just
just give it a go.
Like if someone comes in and I see them bumbling over the menu, I'm like, so I get them like a little taster of Stegosaurus and a little bit of something like Reptile for a little bit quirkier.
Yeah.
Get them a West Coast as well. Be like, right, which one do we like best? Then I know where we're going from there.
Yeah. That's great. And we've been to quite a few events here as well. And so we came to is it Bingo Bango? No?
It's
Bingo.
Blingo.
I've been to Blingo. But I was like, I'm not sure I'm going to like this. This is going to be like,
not what you expect to come to.
Amazing. I had the best time.
Yeah.
So,
absolutely mental.
Yeah, I'm going to be back for that.
Yeah.
And this is the amazing event space that Beky was talking about. Loads of room for chilling with a beer or dancing the night away.
Beky, thank you so much for talking with me. We have Women Inherits the Earth, which is the inspirational Women's Day beer coming out and available to buy in like March time.
Yeah, it will be changes with it. It will be released on International Women's Day.
So yeah, and buy it. And the face on the can.
With her face on the can.
Right, thank you. Cheers.
Cheers, videos.